Hey, yo, what's the deal? That's your boy Tag from Pro Wrestling Tag. You know what I mean? As of this recording right now, it is 4:35 p.m. Now I mean August 8th, 2025. No, August 7th, 2025. And I had a topic I was going to do tonight, but I'm going to hold off. I'm still going to put a video on tonight, but the topic I was going to put today, I'm actually doing tonight because this one's a little bit more sensationalized, but both of them are. But I feel like I want to get my opinion out on what I'm going to talk about tonight as opposed to tomorrow about certain things. But let me get this on. So today in the Wrestling Observer newsletter, right? Either that or it was in Wrestling Observer Radio. My bad, not the newsletter, but the radio, right? Which they need to change the fucking name. I mean, who the fuck listens to the radio now at this point? You could fucking call it, Wrestling. Just keep Wrestling Observer Live. I mean, I don't know why the fuck they don't put Wrestling Observer Live as opposed to, Wrestling Observer Radio. Like, come on, man. Or you can put, the Wrestling Observer Podcast. I don't fucking know. But anyway, Dave Meltzer and Brian Alvarez were talking about WrestleMania, right? And they brought up that WWE is considering doing two WrestleManias. The actual WrestleMania that is in the States, and one for Saudi Arabia, right? I think that could potentially happen maybe in 2027? I do believe either 26 or 27. I'm going to assume it's 2026. That next year that they bring a WrestleMania, right? Like I said, WWE and Saudi Arabia are basically in bet with each other, right? Endeavor, TKO, they're in bet with each other, and you honestly shouldn't be surprised. You honestly should not be shocked because again, this deal with Saudi Arabia is only going to it's only going to expand as the years go by, right? And WWE, when this deal expires with Saudi Arabia, they're going to re-up. They're going to re-up. You know what I mean? For even more money. But here's the thing. I mean, you've seen where they had shows like Crown Jewel and Super Showdown and shit like that. They've also had the Greatest Royal Rumble. You know what I mean? They've also did that show. So what I'm assuming is that they're going to wind up doing, the Greatest WrestleMania. Now, how's that going to work? I don't know. But I'll be honest. You're going to have people who's going to bitch about it. Who's going to bitch about that there's two WrestleManias. Why the fuck should I care about a second WrestleMania, this time in Saudi and shit like that. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. You know what I mean? I honestly do not give a fuck. You know what I mean? If you complain about who cares? I don't fucking care. It's a fucking business. If anybody was in that position, they would do the exact same shit. If this was AEW, they would do the exact same shit. Imagine, AEW in Saudi Arabia. Know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Like, imagine if they tried to showcase fucking Will Ospreay. Like, Habib, we don't know no Will Ospreay. How do you know what I mean? Like, imagine that. Imagine AEW in Saudi Arabia. Like, come on, man. They have no idea who the fuck you are, man. Yeah, I mean, WWE, TKO, actually mostly TKO and Endeavor got that part unlocked. So that's not happening. But again, you're going to have people bitch and complain and moan and shit like that. You shouldn't be shocked. You know what I mean? You shouldn't be shocked. And watch, people, I guarantee you, the social justice warriors online, like, suck a dick and shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Just shut the fuck up. Seriously. Just shut the fuck up. Because, again, this is a business. WWE is a fucking business. And just like I said in my last video, right? This is a business that basically wants to grow. AEW is not going to grow as a business. They're not. Let me go back into the last video. And I forgot to mention this too. Right? And then I'll come right back into this. Nobody's bringing up, in terms of AEW and WWE, the morale in the locker room, right? There was a report from Fightful saying that the AEW morale has been great. Like they dismiss these issues, which is bullshit. Which is legit bullshit. Anything that Fightful says about, the creative control situation is pure bullshit. I mean, it's a smear campaign. It's bullshit. But you also don't hear the complaints about WWE with that. Like, if anything, the morale is better there, right? But here's the thing. You don't really hear a lot of complaints about Saudi Arabia from the WWE crowd. The roster and everything else. They were talking about CM Punk. Oh, CM Punk doing Saudi, the show in Saudi and shit like that. But then he still did it, right? Which basically tells me wrestlers are fucking hypocrites. Wrestlers are hypocrites. So, especially they're getting paid, with the big dollars and such, right? You can't get mad at that. You legit can't get pissed off. And I say that this is where you'll see, like people coming from not coming from the outside, but like you'll see people maybe coming from the outside and WWE booking some major names to do these shows and such, right? Because they need those names, right? But to say that, you're bitching about 2 WrestleManias, 1 in Saudi, who gives a fuck? Who fucking cares? WWE supports, they support MAGA, they support Donald Trump, and, the shit that happened with Saudi with the sports washing and so like, you AEW/IWC motherfuckers, y'all don't even wash your balls, man. I mean, y'all never even heard of balls washing, man. Like, come on, bro. Like, you serious? You're bitching about WWE making bank. What the fuck are you doing? Huh? The fuck are you doing? What? Yeah, you're going to stay up all night, to watch New Japan Pro Wrestling? Now, I mean, which, by the way, what happened to the momentum of New Japan Pro Wrestling? What happened? Huh? What happened, B? What happened? What happened? What happened? You know what I'm saying? What happened? Like, you haven't heard shit about that company in the last few weeks, man. They're cold. They're cold as ice. They're not willing to sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. And you expect me to take a company like AEW seriously when it comes down to competition? Come on, man. I mean, this is a joke, man. This is honestly a fucking joke. It's a joke, B. Like, in terms of business, like, AEW is not even a sniff. It's not. But people make AEW to be bigger than what it is, and it's not. But to book 2 WrestleManias, I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I personally don't care. Honestly, do I like it? No, but I know how business is. I know how business is. There's more content. People still going to watch and such. They did make a promise to the Saudis that they would give a WrestleMania. You know what I mean? So this is basically what they're doing with them. You know what I'm saying? They gave them a Royal Rumble. They already gave them a Royal Rumble. So I said, fuck it. Let's give them a WrestleMania. And this is what I also said too. I do believe that the Saudis are basically going to get involved more and more and more with Endeavor, with TKO Endeavor, because, with Silver Lake and all this other shit, you know what I'm saying? I do believe that they want to be involved with them as well, So especially when it comes down to the wrestling, you know what I mean? So, but let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I want to see what you guys are going to say, and I'm going to holler at y'all tonight for sure. All right? Peace.